So on Saturday, we end up just having to wait around for like 45 minutes. My fucking security's arguing with their security. It's this whole big thing. Finally, some girl from Rolling Loud comes in and gets us in there. Okay, fine. We're in there. But again, a lot of the artists are not able to get in there. It's a huge waste of fucking time from my perspective. And then Sunday we go, same thing. Try to go to that one entrance. Absolutely not happening.
Wait, so you eventually did get in though, right?
No, on Sunday we did not even get into the fucking premises because they were giving us such a runaround. It was ridiculous. It's like such a bad experience. At least when we were in LA 6 months ago or whatever. That was
the day I was coming. I would have been pissed.
I know, and meanwhile you're hitting me up saying like, oh, I'm gonna fly in, and that's why I told you, I'm like, bro, don't even consider it because this is such a fucking waste of time. And yeah, I mean, I felt so disrespected by the fact that they were like kind of almost like going out of their way to be like antagonistic towards the media people who were like want to be a part of this. It was shockingly poorly organized. I can only speak about like the press pit area and people getting into that area because I don't know the fans. I didn't see like a ton of people complaining about going to see the actual artists and stuff, but apparently like the stages and shit were pretty far away from the press area, so they were having to like basically transport people with a golf cart back and forth, and
which is typical for that.
I feel there's absolutely no chance that I'll ever pay to have an area backstage at Rolling Loud ever again. It was a huge fucking disaster. We did get some content, and yes, we did get to sort of network and rub shoulders with some of the people that we want to fuck with and everything, but overall, just I don't know why the fuck I wasted my time this weekend. It was terrible.
Without knowing anything and just seeing like what it looked like, you guys had a whole. It looked like you had a whole setup to do mini pod or interviews backstage.
We had like a little tented area. Honestly, if I were to go do this kind of thing again, all I would really want to bring would be me, filmer, security, and then maybe like a homie or two to help run shit, because we didn't really need the tent aside from the fact that it kept kind of raining and shit, so that was a pain in the ass. But like, I don't know, we had like the whole team out there and like just tried to actually like do it in a bigger way and do some cool shit, and basically just got like
Rolling Loud was on some ghetto shit.
They
wasn't even on no ghetto shit. They was on some like secret top agent shit. Like you gotta kind of let it flow a little bit if you want content in the back. Like keeping shit like separated and shit, it makes for everybody to get the fuck. Like it's no point of people being there. Like radio shows, they do that a lot. Like Power and all that shit. Like you about to get your ass up out of here. You and your crew gotta leave
because they want that content. You feel me? Like,
right, and that is very apparent that Rolling Loud is clearly like prioritizing their hosts, getting content for them.
Themselves,
But don't like make it seem as if we're going to be able to do content backstage and then make it like unbelievably difficult. And I understand also, not only do they want to get the best content for their own socials and their own channel and everything, but they also don't want a bunch of rappers who are going to run into each other, which I'm not going to lie, I did see some people who saw each other that definitely like probably don't get along and things could have happened or whatever. But I didn't see anything like that happen. But it feels like the emphasis on like not having too many people in the press area at the same time was just so extreme that it ended up just being like very hostile for the artist. When you have somebody like Vaughn off 1700, who realistically it's probably like the most hyped up drill artist of 2024, the person who's like emerged, who has the biggest fan base, and he can't even get into the fucking area, then what the fuck is No Jumper doing here?
Because they still stuck on the future wave. Like the people who running that are still like
that's Miami.
But they're booking him. They're putting him on the fucking bill.
Their little homies are telling them what to do. Like they're psyched to see Future. Like they don't care anything else. It's like
just
Future,
Travis
Lil
Scott
Babies, and Travis Scott.
Yeah.
It's like,
but it's everybody. It's like all the mid-tier artists are kind of like seemingly having similar problems with getting into that situation.
I mean, like, and I know that we're the outliers here, but I'm pretty sure that people like us go to Rolling Loud to see Vaughn off 1700, to see Skrilla. We're not, me personally, I don't. That's who I would much be more interested in.
Personally,
like,
I would not go to Rolling Loud to see a drill rapper. It just feels like it's too big of a stage for smaller artists. Although, to be fair, I didn't even go in, so I didn't even see what the stages were like.
I've never been to Rolling Loud in my life, so I can't tell you.
But
is it dope?
I mean, you've been to a music festival, you probably know what it's like.
Well, like
I ain't been to a crowd of that shit.
It just, you know, and this is where Lush's like hip hop old headedness pops up. Like I much prefer to watch performers that actually are performing like actual music on the microphone and not lip syncing and saying a few ad libs and dancing and a bunch of people.
So you don't want the whole track playing while they're on stage.
I would prefer like
the instrumental.
I like
music.
I like music, and you know maybe that's.
I like a great live music experience. I just feel like I'm almost never gonna get that experience from a festival. This is not me hating on Rolling Loud. People like it. I feel you. I think it's great.
Music that we listen to, though.
And if you want to see 40 of your favorite artists all at once, you could probably do that at Rolling Loud in a way that you're just not going to be able to do at a smaller tour where you're going to be able to see maybe 3 artists that you like. So I totally get it. But like from my perspective, I went to the Warped Tour in 1998, and then I went to Coachella in like 2017.
Was Eminem at Warped that year?
Yes, he was.
He was.
But then I went to Coachella in 2017. And it was like in between that, I don't know if I went to a music festival, maybe like one other music festival, but like this is just not my world. But in 2017, me and Lena are like rushing to go see Uzi. Yeah. He's performing at like 2 p.m. Yeah, and then we get to the stage, and I realize that he's literally maybe like a mile away from me. I could barely see him. He looks like a tiny little bug. And he's not even on the big stage, which is going to have giant screens showing the person and everything like that. I think that was a big moment for me in terms of realizing that I really don't have a reason to be going to music festivals because